Good Sunday morning and welcome to Community Circle on Sierra Age Broadcasting. I'm your host, Jackie Morales, and in studio, I always have a very special guest with me. And today, Joe is going to be joining me. He is a part of the Darwin Wall Team Foundation. Lots going on. I know you guys have a big event coming up soon, which we're going to talk all about. But before we get into that, Joe, if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got involved with this foundation.
Sure. I'm originally from California.
Mhm.
I escaped from there 6 years ago and moved out here with my family. It's the best thing we ever did,
Nice.
moving out here. And I got into real estate about 5 years ago, and I partnered with Darwin. I'm on his team,
Uh-huh.
and he taught me all about the business.
Okay.
He's been doing it since 1997,
Oh, wow.
and so
Okay.
he's probably one of the most experienced agents I've ever met.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys met and then he introduced you into realty before.
Correct.
So then you guys were friends before and then you got involved in the foundation.
No, actually, it was all just through business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I became a realtor, and then his team was throwing a happy hour.
Okay.
So I went to the happy hour, met him and the team, and I got hooked. I didn't want to be on a team before, but once I met his team and I saw how collaborative everybody was
Yeah.
and knowledgeable, I said, this is something I want to be part of.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So tell me, because there's a lot of things that Darwin does for the community, especially when it comes to cancer
That's correct.
and helping families and individuals who may be struggling with that, right? What was your first experience with working with Darwin and the foundation?
My first experience was it was the golf tournament, the first annual golf tournament that we did.
Okay.
So we're now on our fifth annual.
Yes.
But the first one that we threw was for one of our team members that was diagnosed with colon cancer.
Oh, man. Okay.
So we wanted to do something for her to help her out, and we threw a golf tournament. We sold out that year,
Okay.
just like we have every other year.
Wow.
And it's the same thing that we do for our pub crawl,
Uh-huh.
which is we choose a person that's local, that's fighting cancer or has fought cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and we throw that event in honor of them, and we donate all the proceeds to them.
That's amazing. I do remember this is my first time getting a chance to actually have you in studio and do an interview about this particular event that's coming up. But I remember last year the pub crawl, and
Yeah.
I was invited out to, and they're like, "But you have to, hurry up, get your tickets. Do you want to come because it sells out?" And I was like, "Wow, that was the first time I had ever heard of Darwin's event."
We
So
can
that's
get you a
cool.
ticket for next year. Don't worry about that.
Well, I'm looking forward to the golf tournament, which is coming up on May 17th. That's my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Happy
I was just
birthday.
like, I can't forget that. Thank you so much. And so you were mentioning that you guys always pick someone who may be struggling or fighting, cancer. And in this particular case, for this tournament that's coming up, is for Nicco Helms.
That's correct.
Yeah. 6 years old. And so all the proceeds of this particular golf tournament will be going to him and his family to help them out.
That's right.
And then also, if you don't mind giving me the rundown of how this works, the charity golf tournament, how can people sign up?
Sure.
Is there still a chance to sign up?
Yeah, we sell out every year, but we tend to sell out usually in the last 2 weeks of the event, which we're down to a week and a half to go.
Okay.
So there are still spots now, and people can sign up. The best way to get there is to go to darwinwall.com,
Okay.
and there's a link from that website to get to the charity golf tournament sign up, and we raise money through that. So foursomes are, I think foursomes are $500.
Yeah.
And we have whole sponsors as well, and we still have whole sponsorships available if somebody wants to do that. It's a $300 whole sponsorship,
Mm-hmm.
and we advertise for our sponsors, and we get them involved, and we invite them to come out and participate in the golf tournament. They can sit on their hole if they'd like, and
Oh,
they can party with
nice.
us. We have a great time.
Oh,
at this
I
event.
can imagine. Golf is a good time.
It is a
I
good
used to work at a golf course and it was always a blast. Everybody.
I really only golf once a year, and that's during our tournament. And
Okay.
I'm horrible, but I have a blast.
But it's fun,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It is.
Totally.
And I also hear that at this particular tournament, you guys are going to have like a best dress contest, a hole in one challenge. Someone can win a car
Yeah.
if they get a hole in one out there, raffles, silent auctions. There's
Mhm.
going to be lunch. So a lot going on for a really great cause.
It is a great cause, yes.
If you don't mind giving that website again, or if it's a website or where do they sign up?
It would be at darwinwall.com.
Okay, darwinwall.com. And then again, this is for Nicco Helms and his family. He's 6 years old. So when you're out there having a good time, just know that all of it is going to a great cause to help out Nicco and his family. Again, we're speaking with Joe, who is a part of the Darwin Wall Team Foundation. We're talking about the fifth annual charity golf tournament, and Joe has been a part of it for 4 years, right?
4 years, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. So this is exciting. The golf tournament is coming up May 17th. If you would like to get registered, if you want to maybe get some friends, do a foursome, get registered for that, you guys can do that as well. Let's talk a little bit more about the other event that you guys have, because you
Yeah,
guys have two big ones, right? And that's for the pub crawl.
that's correct.
Same concept. You guys choose someone who may be struggling fighting cancer. How does the pub crawl one work?
So the pub crawl one, we do it during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay.
So we choose a local woman in Chandler, and we donate all the proceeds to her. The ticket price can vary every year, but it's usually around $60 or $70, and you get a drink ticket for. Let me see, I think it's one drink at like anywhere between 8 to 10 bars downtown.
Oh,
Chandler.
wow. Okay.
And
So
there's it'd be like 400 of your closest friends all wearing pink shirts, and we're running around and having a great time.
that's so cool. I don't want to miss it next year because it passed already, right?
It passed. It's in
okay.
October. That's
Okay. That's awesome. So, Joe, also, I mean, there's a tie into every charity or any foundation that you're a part of, and, there's just passion behind it. What really drove you to want to be a part of this particular foundation?
Yeah. My father passed away from cancer back in 2012, and my mother is a 3-time cancer survivor.
Wow.
And she's doing great. She's out here still kicking, and I do it for them.
Awesome.
And if I can help any other family minimize what I went through, then I will do anything I can to help.
Right. So you're in the right place.
That's right.
You moved your family out here. You love Arizona.
Yep.
Best move that you made, and now you're a part of a really great foundation. I love what Darwin is doing here as well for our community, because it's much needed. And I also love the fact that you guys focus on that one person, because it's there's a lot of great foundations out here that do it for the masses, but there's just something really intimate about doing it for that one person, and for all these people to come together, not just to help out, but in celebration of helping out a family. It just really goes a long way. So thank you for what you guys are doing in this foundation. Again, we're speaking with Joe, who's a part of the Darwin Wall Team Foundation, and we're talking about his ties into the foundation, and also this big event that's coming up this coming Saturday, May 17th. It's a charity golf tournament, and they are doing it in proceeds for Nicco Helms. He's 6 years old, and he's battling acute lymphoblastic T-cell leukemia. That is a mouthful.
It is.
But we're coming together as a community to help them out.
I think he's actually completed his treatment, and he rang the bell.
Did he?
Yes. So
Oh
he
my
is making
gosh.
great strides and
Yes.
progress. And this is,
Amazing.
they have huge medical bills, I'm sure, from this. So we're doing everything we can to help them.
Absolutely. So you know what? It's a day out, playing golf, having a great time, lunch, drinks. They're going to have raffles out there, silent auctions, awards. And I believe that you guys may still have some sponsorships available if anybody wants to sponsor.
We do. And, it's a great time. We have a couple party holes out there.
Nice.
We have a DJ out in the course. Like you said, we have the hole-in-one contest. It's really a great time out there.
Yeah, the hole-in-one, you can win a car. Do you know what kind of car it is?
I do not know what kind of car it is.
It
I
doesn't
love
matter.
it, though.
A
Yeah.
free car is a free car. That's awesome. And is there anything else that you want to add? Anything else that the foundation does? Because I know you guys are very involved. Besides these two events that you guys have, what all else do you guys do throughout the year?
Besides these two events, we also, every winter, we do a winter coat drive.
Uh-huh.
And that one's actually, really heartwarming, because I think in the East Valley, people don't think of there being families that are in need.
Right.
And we do this at Gilbert Elementary.
Okay.
And we do a coat drive to buy new coats for kids, and we get a pile of coats in various sizes.
Nice.
We take them in there, and it's my favorite thing to do is to go into this classroom and have these kids come in that are in need. I mean, there are kids that they walk in and they've got tears in their eyes, and they are ecstatic to get a coat. And it's something that so many people take for granted. I've got a whole pile of hoodies and sweatshirts and things.
Right.
But to give a coat to a kid and watch their eyes light up, and for them to cry over having a coat,
Yeah.
It's very touching.
That chokes me up.
Yeah.
And it reminds me too, I was speaking with someone else from a different foundation, and they were talking about also raising stuff for kids during Christmas. And, the
Hmm.
kids will write out a list of things that they want.
Yeah.
And my dear friend, he had told me that the number one thing that these kids were putting on the top of their list was socks.
Really?
And I was like, wow, just something to keep them warm. So, like socks, coats,
Yeah.
I can't
It's
imagine.
just
They're just so
basic
grateful.
things that we think we all have and need, that these kids are going without those things.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool. And then you guys do that during like the end of the year, I'm
We do
assuming.
it in between the pub crawl and Christmas normally.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then
Yeah.
you guys are going to have to come back so we could talk about
Yes,
that and
definitely.
get the community involved.
We'd love to.
And for this charity golf tournament, I'm thinking too, like if someone wants to help out and donate, can't necessarily make the tournament, where can they donate?
They can find information on the website as well.
Okay.
We can either take a check or we can do Venmo, and they can just give money if they want to.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And again, it's the Darwin Wall Team Foundation. So make sure you search for that. And this is going to be the 5th annual charity golf tournament, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm so glad that you're able to make it out and that we could talk about this and invite the community out.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, anything else that you'd like to talk about before we wrap things up?
I can talk about anything.
Well, we want to thank you again too. Hopefully next time we can get Darwin in here. I know he's
Definitely,
super
yeah.
busy. We do want to shout him out. He is a dad of two twins.
New twins. They were
Yeah.
just born, I think a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. They're two loving, great parents. They
I
got their
love
hands
it.
full with these twins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take one for the team and come out and do this interview. It's important. So
Definitely.
thank you
Yeah.
for stepping up to the plate, Joe, and being here today. You're always welcome back to Community Circle. I'm hoping to have you back so that we could talk about that coat drive that you guys have coming up
I
soon.
would really enjoy that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for listening to this edition of Community Circle right here on Sierra Age Broadcasting.